KY3 News starts now.
Good morning. The system that brought this ice and snow to the Ozarks is moving out, gone. Abby, there could be some freezing fog, though, this morning.
Yeah, that's going to be a hazard for us early this morning. And of course, freezing fog can create its own hazards. Not only are we talking about that potential, but it's also just really cold out there this morning. And there are still slick spots left around from yesterday's round of wintry weather. Fog not too bad at this point, but I think that we will see some develop. Best chance for seeing some of that's going to be our far northwestern counties, basically north of I-44. Nobody's having too much of an issue right now. That's good news, but there are still slick areas from the snowfall and the ice that came through yesterday. We have an improving forecast, clearing skies. The temperatures will be cold today, but we are going to see the numbers warm up for the rest of the week. Lots of melting will take place today, and I expect road conditions to improve dramatically as we head through the course of the afternoon. We'll likely see temperatures today above the freezing point, upper 30s, low 40s. It will never feel that warm because the wind will be pretty breezy again today out of the west at 10 to 20 miles an hour. I'll be back in just a couple minutes, though. We're going to talk more about that warming trend. I'll let you know when 60s could return to that 7-day forecast and what this means in terms of precip for the rest of the week as we get closer to Christmas. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, here's a resource on our news apps you can check before you leave for work. This is the Missouri Traveler Information Map. It's a map of roads impacted by snow and ice. I have this camera pulled up here at Stoutland on I-44 looking west, and it looks like traffic's moving along just fine there right now. In fact, in the last 2 hours, last time I looked it was around 3 a.m. This is much better since 3 a.m., 2 hours later. Now you see some of these purples, that's where you really need to worry about it. There's a purple down here along 60 between Republic heading out to the west. Watch out for that. And that's where Elizabeth is heading right now. Elizabeth Van Mitri out there looking at the roads with her own eyes, checking out the conditions, not just checking out the map. And what are you finding right now?
Good morning, Paul. Yeah, we're on Sunshine. We just passed over Kansas Expressway this morning. So far, the roads are not looking bad. When I drove into work this morning, I will say I did hit one slick spot. Nothing that messed my car up or anything, but it is still slick out here. So just because the roads look clear doesn't mean that there are not slick spots, and it's not worth just slowing down a little bit. We've also seen MoDOT already out on the streets this morning, working and doing stuff, trying to make sure that all of the streets are cleared. So the main streets so far, from what I can tell, look really good. It's those side streets, the ones that are in your neighborhood when you're leaving your neighborhood this morning, that may give you a little trouble and could lead to maybe some accident that you were not anticipating for your Tuesday morning. So remember to slow down even in the areas that you are really comfortable with this morning as you're heading out, because as Abby mentioned just moments ago, it is really, really cold outside this morning, and some of those more wet areas on the roads are gonna still be frozen this morning. So you just want to be a little extra careful. I'm going to follow this story throughout the morning. I will be on the streets checking out roads for you to see what your morning commute will look like. So you're going to want to stick around with us this morning. For now, Paul, back to you.
All right, nearly 200 school districts are closed today because of the bad roads. That includes Springfield and many others. Alton, Appleton City, Ash Grove, Aurora. If you jump back here, you can see Willard, Willow Springs, Wheatland, Wablo, and you can go on down the list, Taneyville, Warsaw, close to 200. You can see also those closings running down there toward the bottom of the screen, or you can also find them on our news apps as well. I want to show you this. This has to do with our roadways also, and this is something called the Missouri Center for Transportation Innovation. The Missouri Center for Transportation Innovation. It's a cooperative between the University of Missouri and MoDOT. They're going to hold a joint ceremony this morning. They're announcing the creation of this right there, that Innovation Center. It will involve 4 universities, including Missouri S&T. One of the projects they're expected to announce, an effort to find a stronger, more durable, and longer-lasting cement. This event starts at 10:30 in MoDOT's Central Lab up in Jefferson City. Now an update on bridge work north of Branson. We told you on the show yesterday that repairs would start this week on the southbound Bear Creek Bridge. Well, MoDOT now says that work will be delayed until the week of January 6th. Once it starts, the bridge will be down to about 1 lane for 2 weeks. State offices in Missouri will close early on Christmas Eve. Governor Mike Parson signed that executive order on Monday, so workers will be allowed to go home at 1 in the afternoon. A local golf course is trying to make a name for itself by doing that, bottling water. Nikki Ogle explains what inspired this idea.
Below Springfield's Deer Lake Golf Course is a well thousands of feet deep. When Chad Sitton learned about the natural water source, which he says is known as one of the purest in North America, it brought back childhood memories.
My grandfather used to take me to Deer Lake Golf, and we would fill up 1-gallon milk jugs with the water off of that deep well because it really was, there was a taste difference in it.
So Chad and his business partners decided to buy the golf course, not because they love golf, but because he loves that water and wants to bottle it and sell it. Now they're doing it, bottling Ozarks water, calling it Ozwater.
You're opening a product that really has not ever been touched or tampered with in any way. And it hasn't seen the light of day in 37,000 years.
Straight from the source, bottling, labeling, packing, and shipping, it all happens here. The on-site manager says that not only improves efficiency, but reduces the company's carbon footprint.
Dietitian Kathy Gardner says it doesn't matter where we get our water as long as we're drinking it.
Water is the main thing that we need to survive. We can live for weeks without food, but days without water.
Chad says the Ozarks has some of the best.
Not chemically treated, nothing added to it, just good water for the body.
In Springfield, I'm Nikki Ogle.
A lot of people got their just desserts in Hannibal, Missouri. More than 1,800 took part in an attempt to set a new Guinness record for world's largest dessert party in one location. The main dish, a vanilla cupcake, eaten by everyone there. If confirmed, it would break the record in Michigan of 1558 set earlier this year. The city decided it wanted to break the record as part of its 200th anniversary. Now that's a celebration we can all get behind.
Yeah, go eat a cupcake. I'm on board. Here's a look at the forecast as we head through.